Now, if you're looking for something a little different in the NFT space, why not look on a different blockchain? I am a huge fan of the Tezos blockchain, and actually I'm a huge fan of what they're doing for you as a customer and a purchaser and an investor, because they are doing lots of incentives which I think will really draw you in a different way to what we've seen in the NFT space. So in this video, I'm taking you through 3 reasons why I think you should be looking at Tezos as the blockchain to purchase from if you're getting a little bit bored of all the stagnating and the stale feel that we're getting on other blockchains when it comes to NFTs. Remember, this space is continually evolving, and you probably need to look at a blockchain that's going to serve your wants and needs in the best way. Whether or not you are conscious about its sustainability factor, you're looking to mint on lower gas fees, or you're just looking for something different. In this video, we're going to take you through everything you need to know about why the Tezos blockchain is definitely something to consider. So let's dive right in. Okay, so one of the big draws I think for Tezos, and I think a lot of us, I want to start on a practical note, is the fact that Tezos has low gas fees. You know, it is a self-amending blockchain. It is one of those blockchains which I think if you are bored of the gas fees of Ethereum, and I know that everything is down at the moment, but it's still something worth considering. I'm going to go into the eco reasons why and sustainability reasons why Tezos is great right now, but I just want to touch on the fact that you will be paying lower gas fees if you mint on Tezos, if you buy on Tezos. So if you've been stung by high gas fees from other blockchains in the past, this is a great thing to look at. Now, not only is it about lower gas fees, but the community is so solid on Tezos, and if you haven't really experienced this before, I have to say you need to kind of check this out. Wow, last time I checked the Tezos Twitter, it was about 300,000 followers. There's 461,000 followers. So in only a month or so, this has really jumped up for me. They are everywhere right now. They are doing so many different things within the community to really put their mark out there. And I'm really excited to be attending some of the Tezos events in the future. But I think if you are looking for a blockchain and a community that really cares and is really passionate, you only have to look to the people that utilize Tezos. I found this tweet quite recently. A year and a half I've been advocating Tezos NFTs. Nothing could stop me now. And this is the thing. People have found Tezos and they've stayed. And, there's so many of these benefits as to why. Low gas fees is one of it, but there's community sentiment, which I think is so important, particularly when it comes to NFTs. And also, if we look at the excellent marketplaces that there are to buy, I think a lot of these, like Calamint here, are so much more appealing to purchase from and very art focused as well, that you're seeing something that is very different to what you're used to seeing when it comes to OpenSea or the like. And this is what I really like about this, is that it's giving you stuff that is really creative, really visual, but in a different way from this kind of stagnating other blockchain focused NFTs at the moment. We're giving you something very different. And it depends what reason you're coming in to purchase NFTs. If you are following, I suppose, the crowd that's going to be going on the Ethereum blockchain and minting, all of those particular NFTs there, that's great. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you're after something different and something that is at an early stage and growing, the Tezos blockchain is, I think it's sort of second to none for new artists, because they get to experiment on here. The cost for them to experiment is a lot less because of those low gas fees, which means that you have the opportunity of seeing much more creative work within this space. I also want to kind of point out Object, which is, the largest NFT marketplace on Tezos, as you can see here. This is the closest, I think, to OpenSea. And if you're wanting to kind of follow that format that OpenSea gives you, then this might be the site for you to dip your toes into, really, as a collector, and really find these NFTs in these different areas. You can see here these different categories. We've got architecture, painting, generative art, illustration, etc., etc. That might be, something that you can just really focus on, depending on what your preference is when it comes to buying NFTs. Please don't discount Tezos, and I'm not saying that just because for me it's I'm working with them, and I've spent a lot of time looking into Tezos. I do think that if you're after more artistic NFTs, amongst other things, you can still get your 10,000 piece PFP collections and things like that. We are going to see a surge in NFT art really taking off. And I think once people kind of hook on to the fact that they can get this fantastic art at a lower gas fee price, this is going to be a really, really good way to do it. It's just about kind of working out how best to spend your money when it comes to NFTs. And obviously, this is never financial advice, but I just want to highlight that when you're doing your research and you are looking at different reasons as to why to consider Tezos, then this might be one of them. A really great selection of marketplaces that offer different things for the community, a really solid community, and also those low gas fees, which from a practical level, as I've mentioned before, is really, really good for collectors. Now, the other thing that I want to mention as well is the energy efficient element of this, because this is a big thing and it plays on a lot of consciousness of a lot of people. Every time I get asked about NFTs, I always get told, yeah, but isn't it really bad for the environment? Well, if you feel like that, you need to look at the other things that are going on within other blockchains that are trying to debunk the myth of, high gas fees, lack of green energy, etc., etc. And I call it a myth for others because I really don't know how long it's going to take for them to get out of this fog and this cloud of not doing things in the right way. Tezos have cracked the code already. So if you've got a sustainability scenario that you're concerned about, then check this out. Okay, so the Tezos community, they're very busy on building an ecosystem around clean NFTs. So they want to support their artists, they want to support their creators, and they really want to engage in the fans in a different way, right? And we've seen that on Twitter, and I would encourage you to kind of follow them on Twitter. Give some key people within the Twitter space a follow, just to kind of get the sentiment right from the community. Now, what we want to be looking at here is the fact that low carbon impact and low gas fees are actually helping Tezos become really recognized as the best, most environmentally friendly and responsible blockchain. So, they are very open about this, which is what I love. They want to host clean NFTs. And you know what? If we go back to the opener of Object, it says, discover the latest clean NFTs on the largest marketplace. This is something that is really important to Tezos, and they are really pushing out this message that they are wanting to focus on that clean element of this. So to give you some context about the energy levels, right? So the energy used by validators on the Tezos network, which are kind of known as the bakers on this network, is in the range of about 60 megawatts, which is a continuous draw of 7 kilowatts. So this is compared to Ethereum, to give you that example. And I'm having to read off my notes here because it is quite technical. These numbers differ by a factor of over 2 million. Okay, so between 6 and 7 orders of magnitude. So then the low gas costs on Tezos provide not just a seamless transaction, but you've also got congestion-free user experiences. So you have a better user experience because they are cleaner, they are more efficient and more friendly when it comes to, really thinking about their carbon footprints, how they're going to innovate while still being socially responsible. And this is a platform, remember, that is designed to evolve through an on-chain governance system and mechanism, right? So they'll be able to continuously innovate this and update this as it goes along. And that's what we're not seeing on other chains at the moment. I think it's really important that you take note of that. When you've got this evolving on-chain governance and it's allowing you to kind of see things happening at a much quicker pace, for a lot of us, that's really, really important. Now, what I want to talk about next is just to give you a couple of examples of NFTs that we're going to see in the ecosystem. So this is something that I think, if you have been looking for something a little bit different in the NFT marketplace, that these guys might be the ones for you. So there's a collection of 4,200. So in terms of scarcity, there's a lot less than these 10,000 piece PFP collections. They are a collection of programmatically randomly generated snazzy little on the Tezos blockchain. They are definitely a different look and feel to the NFTs that we're seeing now. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you will have seen that I've been talking a lot about how the space is evolving. We're seeing lots of different NFTs, different approaches coming into the space because things have maybe felt a little bit stagnant for a while. So this is where we kind of see the opportunity where maybe the blue chips of certain projects will flourish. But then when we're looking to other chains, it's these things that might just disrupt. And if you're looking for stuff that is a little bit more, a little bit more anime focused, a little bit more gamified in a way, Project Neon is a really good example of this. Anyone that's kind of been a fan of, well, dare I say it, on other blockchains, things like Azuki and other sort of more anime focused or gaming focused NFTs. If you're looking for something different, I love this site because they give you such a good story and a background into this. It really does make you feel like you're going on a journey of this particular NFT. Very clear roadmaps. And again, they're really thinking about the fact that by minting on this particular blockchain, you are getting that opportunity of buying it at a low price. And also for them as the creators, they're able to mint at a lower price, which means that you've got a really, really good opportunity to get stuff that is continually going to chop and change. Now, Project Neon, right? It's a collection of 666 sort of randomly generated cyberpunk style NFTs. I really am drawn to the art for this. They've got loads of features. There's 137 traits in total. They've got lots of different rarities. You basically get lots of great user benefit access to things. They're very open about this on their roadmap. They've also got a barcode to help identify each of the particular NFTs. So you're going to get things like all-inclusive airdrops, things like that. There's auctions, there's free raffles, there's Discord quests, there's lots of different things here. And they've got this incredible kind of lore and special characters and other collections. So if you're into that real storytelling element of NFTs, don't think that you're not getting it on things like the Tezos blockchain, because you really are. And, you're getting a really, really focused team on each of the projects that are not focused on creating huge amounts of NFTs and cashing out. They're doing it for different reasons. And that's what I really love about this. So if you are after something different, I wanted to give you a couple of little examples of what you could look at that's different within the market. We've obviously got the fact that this is a very much an energy efficient NFT blockchain as well. And also you've got an incredible community and low gas fees that I think is a really, really good thing to be taking note of. So if you haven't considered buying off of Tezos before, now might be your chance to explore it, particularly as things are low in price just generally across the board. And for that reason, if you're seeing Tezos pop up left, right and center in loads of different places, now you know why. It's because they're doing things right. Well, there you have it. It is the Tezos blockchain. It is something different, and it is something I think for everyone. Please don't discount a blockchain like this just because you've been used to another blockchain. This might serve you a lot better. And if you are a creator in the space and you're thinking about minting with something with lower gas fees, a more sustainable opportunity as well, why not check out this video where I take you through why it's really beneficial for you if you are a creator in the space to look at Tezos as a blockchain for you. So I hope you learned from that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you then.